I bought this tool with my own money because I had a project coming up and I needed a brad nailer. I had no intentions of doing a review on it. But after using this thing for a few hours, then a few days, and then finishing an entire shiplap island with it, I need to talk about it. This is the Milwaukee M18 FUEL 18 gauge brad nailer. Hoseless, electric, and not exactly what I expected when I think brad nailer. Compared to your average pneumatic nailer, this thing's kind of a beast. It's got some weight, it's a little chunkier, but there's a reason why I'm still using it. And no, it's not because I like doing curls while installing baseboards. Let's talk about what this nailer doesn't come with. No hose, no compressor, no ear rattling roar every time the tank fills up mid-project. Honestly, that alone makes me want to reach for this before my old setup. And once you reach for this nailer, you don't even have to put it down because it has this nice little belt hook. Although its weight could make that a little awkward. Probably meant to be used with a tool belt. But it's still nice to have if you're up on a ladder or something. It also has this nice little work light in case you want to nail in the dark. Wait, that didn't sound right. Cut. It also has this nice little work light. But none of that even surprised me compared to this. I use this nailer to install every single board on this island. Hundreds of nails. Not one misfire. Not once. Just to be safe, I did swap out the battery at one point, but I'm pretty sure the entire thing could have been done on one single battery charge. That's not a stat from a brochure. That's real world performance. This thing has pretty much no ramp up time and can fire up to 3 nails per second. This thing is not perfect and there are a few issues, but we'll get to that in a minute. But first, this little knob right here, tool-free nail depth adjustment. It's actually reliable because you're not fighting with fluctuating air pressure from a compressor. You set it once for the material you're working with and your nails are dialed in every time. On my shiplap project, it took only 2 nails to get the depth right. Those were the only 2 nails I had to set after the project was done. It's a small thing, but when you're working on trim, furniture, or anything that needs to look clean, it matters. As I said before, I built my entire island without a single jam. But if you do have a jam, there's a tool-free jam clearing latch right here. That did the trick. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube I'm not just talking to myself in here. And if you've used a cordless nailer or refuse to give up your pneumatic nailer, let me know in the comments. I love hearing what you guys think. And hey, subscribe if you want to see more tool talk without the hype. Just honest stuff from a guy who probably has too many tools. Is that even a thing? All right, let's talk cons. First, it may be lightweight compared to some other electric nailers, but it's still pretty heavy. Compared to a pneumatic brad nailer, this thing is thick. If you're doing overhead crown molding all day, you're probably gonna feel it. Also, it is not cheap. If you're already in the Milwaukee M18 lineup, great, you're halfway there. But if you need to buy the tool, the battery, and the charger, that's a chunk of change. One thing to know, I actually bought the full package. Tool, battery, and charger. And honestly, the bundle is a pretty good deal. It was $330 at the time of making this video. You can also get it as a bare tool if you're already swimming in red batteries, but I need another battery anyway. Now, full transparency, one of my chargers does this little dance where I have to pop the battery on and off a couple of times before it actually starts charging. However, it seems to be getting a little bit better with more use. Not a deal breaker, but I felt like it was worth mentioning. Just because it's Milwaukee doesn't mean it's flawless. But here's the thing. If you're tired of dragging a hose through your house, if you want to knock out trim or shiplap quickly without waking the neighbors, and if you want something that just works every time you pull the trigger, this thing surprised me in a good way. No, it's not perfect, but it's reliable, hoseless, accurate, and way quieter than anything with a compressor. And honestly, I didn't think I'd be impressed, but I was. I guess sometimes the best tools are the ones you didn't plan to love. If this review is helpful, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this nailer. I'll see you in the next one.